So Donovan, I know what you're feeling right now. My wife was killed by a pig like this man. But he was never found. The man in the shed is the man who killed your wife. This gun is one shot. This is the key to his handcuffs. You have 5 minutes.
Hey, my name is Stephen Cunningham, and I'm raising money to be able to attend John Paul the Great Catholic University, a film school in San Diego, California. The cost of the school per year is about $35,000 through scholarships and working 2 part-time jobs. I have been successful in securing 75% of the funds that I will need to attend this great university this fall. I'm very excited to have received my housing assignments, and on September 27th, I'm flying out to San Diego for my first day of orientation. And your support will help me tremendously to obtain 100% of the funds for school this year. Why do I want to attend John Paul the Great, which is all the way in California? Why not a school closer by, here in Florida? The Florida State University, for example, otherwise known as FSU. FSU has a great film program. In fact, it is one of the top 4 film schools in the country. However, John Paul the Great offers hands-on film work from the start. It is known as the medical school. It's based off a medical program, where instead of just learning about something theoretically, you are thrown into the situation. Also at John Paul the Great, I will never be forced to compromise my faith and morals. Another aspect I like about John Paul the Great is that all the media students are required to take directing, producing, screenwriting. That way, they develop an understanding and an appreciation for each member in the film crew. It's like a soccer team. All 11 members in a soccer team are important. The goalie, the defense, the offense. Without one of those 11 members, it would be very hard to win. I remember my coach always stressing communication. Communication is just as important in a film crew as in a soccer team. Just as a soccer player can't just go off and do his own thing with the ball without hurting his team, so a film crew member can't just go off and do his own thing. Let's say a cameraman. A cameraman can't just go and take a close-up shot while, let's say, the director is setting up for a wide shot, thus missing all the action in the background. Last year I had the great opportunity of interning with Lumen Entertainment, a small Catholic film studio here in Jacksonville, Florida. Because I've always enjoyed hands-on work, I began my intern at Lumen with general maintenance, cleaning up the studio, reorganizing the equipment, and tearing out the walls that had leaks in them. When Lumen started to finish their first animation film, one of my jobs was to fill out on spreadsheets all the work that hadn't been done on the animation. For months I was logging who worked on what scene, how long it took them to complete each pass, and the date that they finally finished rendering that scene. I met several college guys at the studio who shared the same love for film. Soon I was making films with them and enter in different film competitions. I was able to improve my acting, practice my leatherwork and costume making, and incorporate them into our films, and to keep up my interest in fight choreography. Although I've been interested in film from a very young age, my internship at Lumen gave me a huge appreciation for all the work that goes into producing a film, as mundane as it can be, and it has helped me to decide that this is what I want to do in my life.
This is the power you seek. Take it. You must take it. It's the only way to win.
Now, I may not be studying to be a doctor. I may not be studying to be a scientist. But I do want to help improve the most influential thing in today's society, the media. As Dr. Stanley Williams, a film consultant, once said in his book, The Moral Premise, we ought to go to the movie theater for the same reason that people years ago read Aesop's Fables, to learn a value of life. I do not want to create cheap entertainment. I want to make films that make people think, that allow people to leave the theater having learned a valuable lesson of life. By attending John Paul the Great, I hope to acquire the skills and knowledge that I need to bring about such a change in our media. I really appreciate the time that you took to watch my video, and now I humbly ask for your help. Thank you, and God bless.